Hey everyone, welcome back to Realpolitik. Today we're going to be talking about the latest developments in Ukraine for June the 21st, 2023. And for all of you who have not subscribed, please like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So, in the last 24 hours, Russia has launched a massive barrage of mostly Shahed drones at various targets throughout Ukraine. So, they have launched drones, Shahed drones, as far west as Lviv, right by the Polish border, the city of Khmelnytsky, Vinnytsia, and then they've also hit targets as far south as Odessa and Mykolaiv, um, also Zaporizhia. They hit several targets. And I believe in Lviv, actually, they hit a very vital target. It was the SBU, uh, one of the head offices of the headquarters of the SBU, the Ukrainian Secret Service. So that's significant. And in Zaporizhia, they hit several vital targets, industrial targets. In Kiev, as you can see here, blackouts in several districts in Kiev due to malfunction of power grid 8 hours ago. Anyways, the Ukrainians, of course, claim that they shot down most or all of the drones, but that's for you to decide. Although I have to say that usually contradictory evidence does surface. For example, they'll claim that two of the drones made it through. Then we'll see a few videos, and if you count the number of explosions, it's more than two. So that's a common occurrence. But anyways, um, yeah, in the Zaporizhia region, where Ukraine is conducting its counteroffensive or trying to conduct its counteroffensive, several about 2 days ago, they took the settlement of Pit- I'm really bad with names. Piatikatsky. So they took this settlement and they took some pictures with the Ukrainian flag in front of one of the buildings in the settlement. And now the Russians have taken it back, according to the latest reports. Let's just look at the map. I'll just show you. Uh, this is Piatikatsky on the 20th. Yesterday, it's in the gray zone, as you can see. The Russians are hitting Ukrainian positions with aviation and artillery, right? And also in towards Robotyne, the Ukrainians try to make some headway, but failed. You can see the X right here. And then now, if we go to the next map on the 21st, you look right here, and the Russians have taken back Pitiketsky. And yeah, the Ukrainians are still trying to take it back, but this might actually turn out to be a similar situation to what we see in other parts of the front, like the Ramivka tactical bridgehead, where this settlement, Makarivka, is actually now pretty much in the gray zone because the Russians will take it back, and then the Ukrainians, and then so forth and so on. Right, so the situation in the Vermivka tactical bridgehead is actually stabilized. Rivnopil, the Ukrainians have tried multiple times and failed each time to take this settlement. And actually, right here towards the settlement of where is it actually? Where the heck is it? Oh, Robotyne. Yeah, Robotyne. They it seems the Ukrainians have made some headway, but they haven't been able to actually get to the settlement itself. Now, you see this huge bulge here, right? Now we look at the deep state map, and Robotin is right here. Still a significant distance from the bulge, and the bulge is a lot smaller actually. If we center this kind of, you'll see the difference, right? Robotin's right here, Robotin's right here, and you see the difference, right? This bulge on this map, the live UA map, is much larger. And anyways, they're both maps are pro-Ukrainian. One thing I should mention is that a lot of these settlements, I mean, to call them villages would be very generous because, like Piati Katski, for example, um, you know, it's just a main road, like a highway almost, and then there's just side road right, like an intersection, a side road right here. So in North America, this would be the equivalent of like a road stop, like, in the highway, there'll be a gas station in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, these are micro settlements or little hamlets. Some of them are not even a kilometer squared or a mile squared, right? If we look at now we think of Macarena. Makarivka, um, it is actually more than a kilometer in length, and then in width, it's not. So yeah, it's about a kilometer squared, this one, but a lot of them are not. They're little settlements, and when this counteroffensive began, there were a lot of people with high hopes. A lot of the Ukrainian proponents, they were hoping that by now, at least, that Ukraine could have gotten to Tokmak, for example, and that eventually they could take Melitopol or get to Mariupol and cut the Russian land bridge from Crimea to the Donbass, right? Establish some kind of bridgehead or salient to cut off the land bridge. And they were hoping that could maybe force Russia to the negotiating table to end the war, but that hasn't happened. Unfortunately for the Ukrainians, they're basically bogged down on the front lines, right? Um, yeah, I mean, as you can see, we can just go back in time to when this started on the live UA map on the 4th, and then you see the difference. It's like really nothing. I mean, let's go forward. And yeah, at this rate, I don't know when they would ever get to the coast. I mean, especially if you consider the losses they've sustained, um, it just doesn't really make sense. And then, I mean, the Ukrainians are sustaining a significant, incurring a lot of losses in terms of manpower and material. This article on the New York Times, digging up old graves to make room for newly fallen soldiers. So, I mean, in Ukraine, it's actually illegal to record, take video footage of graves because some of the graves are so extensive and there are so many that it's just kind of an embarrassment for them. It's really a tragedy. I mean, each one of those people that have died, they're human beings with their own hopes and dreams, and yeah. Anyways, on the Judge Napolitano show, it's a really good show on YouTube. If you guys haven't, you should check it out. But this is what Judge Napolitano speaks to a military expert. This is what he
I have seen
says.
some expectations prior to the launch of this.
Here, start from the
I have
beginning.
seen some expectations prior to the launch of this with all of the equipment that they had assembled and all the training that they had gone through in the NATO. that they really expected to have punched through one or possibly more of the main defense belts of the first defensive belt of the Russian defense within 5 to 10 days. And then they thought they would be moving more to the south, and then perhaps by the end of the month be down to Melitopol down on the Azov coast. I think that was the general hope and expectation. And yet, after now 14 days into this offensive, they have still yet to even reach the first belt of the Russian defense, and they haven't even made it through the security zone in most places, and they absorbed enormous casualties in both personnel and equipment. And I just don't see how this does anything except just completely chew through what this offensive capacity that Ukraine put together. It's really hard to watch.
Anyways, yeah. Here's some footage from Bakhmut. The Ukrainians are still trying to trying to move forward on various positions in Bakhmut, and yeah, they just keep losing more and more armor. There's that. These 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Same one. Different angle. And then, yeah, I think there's 3 there. So, in any case, yeah, in any case, I'll show you some footage of the Geran 2 over Kiev. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. If you watched till the end, thank you. And make sure to please like and subscribe, comment below, and share. And I will see you guys in the next one.